Hello and welcome to the Music Shack podcast. This is episode number 8. This week you're joined by myself, Bruce,
Ron,
and Ed. All right, you guys want to start with the Hot 100?
Sure.
let's get it rolling.
All right, we got 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj with Trolls as number 1.
Yeah, that was weird to see up there.
Yeah.
That's why I said, "Oh God."
Did you hear it?
No, I don't care for it.
I have not heard it.
Okay, so I was planning on boycotting Duke's music, and because it was number 1, I was like, all right, I guess I have to have an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Nicki Minaj did a great job. Number 2, we have Rockstar by DaBaby featuring Roddy Ricch. Number 3, we have The Bigger Picture featuring Lil Baby, which is a song I spotlighted, last week?
Not featuring Lil Baby. It's
Not
by Lil Baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
You highlighted it last week. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very good song.
Right. Yeah. Running on all the sleep. Anyway.
Seems like it.
4, we have Savage by Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. Number 5, we have Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. So that'd be the Hot 100.
Moving on to our Artist 100. We have, sitting at number 1, Lady Gaga still. The Weeknd at number 2. Luke Combs at number 3. Post Malone is back up at 4. Lil Baby at 5. DaBaby at 6. Drake at 7. Roddy Ricch at 8. Harry Styles at 9. And Billie Eilish still sitting at 10.
Yep. Same old, same old.
Not much has changed, other than a few movement, but that's really about it. So for our top 10 albums, we have My Turn by Lil Baby, Chromatica by Lady Gaga, Blame It On Baby by DaBaby, Hollywood's Bleeding at number 4 by Post Malone, Dark Lane Demo Tapes by Drake at number 5, High Off Life by Future at number 6, Wanna by Gunna at number 7. I still love saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Eternal Take by Lil Uzi Vert at number 8.
I've been fucking with that album heavy.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't. Just lately, I was like, I feel like listening to some Uzi, and like, that's what I went to.
At number 9, we have The Goat by Polo G. And then at number 10, we have After Hours by The Weeknd. Weird that Post Malone's getting a resurgence. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something's got to be trending. Or that, or people are just in the mood to listen to it. It's a good album.
I mean, a lot of the big name artists aren't putting out music right now, so.
True.
And
Very, very true.
yep. So, where y'all want to start this?
I don't know.
Why don't we start with what Bruce brought?
Yeah.
I thought it was very
It's
relaxing.
very relaxing. The album's called Float State Meditation by Above and Beyond.
And it is... There's music ambience in the background through each little track, basically.
Yeah.
But it's about 3 to 5 minute sessions for each track of calming meditation, like speak, basically. And they're speaking in a calming voice when pretty much to help you relax and wind down.
Which is
And
actually
they-
pretty nice.
Yeah, they Above and Beyond actually dropped a lot of stuff like all at once
Yeah.
this year doing that. So it was like, as I went through it, I'm like, this technically is not music. There's music ambience.
I enjoyed it without the spoken word. Like
Yeah.
the tracks where there's no spoken word. Like,
Yeah, I like those a little bit more. Those ones I've been listening to a little bit at work today.
yeah.
Yeah, that was just very interesting to pop up.
Yeah. I thought it was enjoyable. I enjoyed the relaxing tones.
There's a
There's
time
plenty
and a
of them
place
to
for
go
it.
through, so you don't have to worry about listening to just one the entire time.
Yep. Because there's a lot.
Yep.
And then I had,
Unleash the Archers, The Abyss.
yeah,
Well,
fucking banger that is.
yeah.
It's essentially power metal, but it's actually not bad.
It is power
Is
metal.
there something wrong with power metal?
I don't
I
tend to
told
like
you.
the genre. but I did like the song. I don't think they have a synth player.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's all electronic.
they-
All
just-
electronic.
Yeah.
I never knew how to feel about that, like, because it's a band, but they got a synth in there. But yet then I never question it with fucking Skrillex. So,
Exactly.
but I question it when it's metal. Double standards. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
yeah. And
Abyss was nice.
And they dropped the music video, and they should be dropping the rest of the album in like a month or so.
Okay, so we'll be covering that, I guess.
Most likely. I think that's all we have from Bruce.
Yeah.
So moving on, why don't we start with you, Ed?
Okay. We'll start it with "Smartest in the Room" by T. Grizzley.
I fucking love this album.
Yeah. All right. So
That was nice.
yes, it was a good mix of like normal rap shit with like actually woke shit about the times. Like
Yeah, no, there was a lot of profound lyrics
yes,
that you can tell he wrote and didn't have anyone really work on them for him, which is always refreshing to hear in this genre because a lot of it's ghostwriting now.
yes. One of the things I thought was really cool was he did a song with Meek Mill, and the first song I heard by T. Grizzley was "First Day Out," which I heard it and I could hear the influence of Meek Mill. So I thought it was really cool to see he got together and did a song with him.
Comes full circle sometimes,
Yeah,
eventually.
I always think it's cool when someone who's an influencer of you and of your style works with you. Like that's huge.
I didn't get to finish everything because I had to stop and I had something else to do. But I got to, I think I was on Daylight,
Okay.
so I had a couple more songs to go through. Mr. Officer we've heard because you've played that one before.
Yeah, that was on episode 6. That was highlighted.
Yes, that song is very, very good.
Very good.
I like the intro and I like the funeral.
Okay. The funeral was good. I like the Trenches featuring Big Sean, Lions and Eagles featuring Meek.
Even, I like COVID too.
Yes, featuring Lil Baby. That's one of my favorites off the album as well. No Witness,
Yes, that's another good one.
and yeah, Mr. Officer's
Yeah,
definitely a
this
standout.
whole album is full of straight up like gold,
Yes.
but it just to highlight some of them. Those are especially. I like the chorus in COVID about the Call of Duty thing.
Yeah.
That was nuts. I was not expecting something like that to happen,
Nah.
but it was very good. Yeah, I'm a fan of it.
All right. So we got Anderson Paak. He dropped a song called Lockdown. It's a jazzy rap track, right? That goes with the times. And hold on, do you have anything to say about the album or no?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
Man, a few
I just
words.
realized I just like completely dicked over Bruce there. All right, cool. So it's a good thing I just jumped right over you. All
No,
right,
it's fine.
This pain
All right.
don't matter.
cool. Yeah,
I just sit here.
yeah, we just have you there to look good. So anyway, Anderson Paak dropped a song called
On a podcast, it's all I know.
Continue.
as a track called Lockdown. It's a jazzy rap track about the times and being involved in a process that actually breaks out into a riot by the end of the song, and they go on about what the fuck's going on right now. Another track I wanted to highlight was Black's Float. It's a chill, laid-back track about trying to hold things together through trying times. And Her dropped a song called I Can't Breathe. Thought it was a beautiful song. Really eye-opening, like what she has to say. I love the fact she ends it with a poem that very well sums up the song and the message she was trying to convey.
Do you have the title of said poem?
I do not.
Shame on you.
Why?
Shame on you. Shame on your cow.
Are you holding on to information?
No, it was just that would have been nice to share.
I think the poem was a part of the song. But I think she wrote that.
Oh, okay.
Because the way that it fits with the times, I don't think it was.
Okay, it's possible.
Yeah.
Then shame on you, Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
And
Oh,
your
it's just-
cow.
Just making
Yeah.
sure.
And I'll throw a UK drill track in there for anyone who wants to check out UK drill.
Always a drill track.
Jay Carlisle dropped a track called Man of Action. It's just standard hard UK drill for anyone who wants to dip into the genre, get an idea of what it is. It's what inspired Chicago drill and Brooklyn drill. So, well, actually, it's what inspired Brooklyn drill. It's actually inspired by Chicago drill.
It's a weird process. Weird timeline.
I was
Yes.
confused the first time you talked about it.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah. I watched a documentary on it. That's why I know this.
Of course you did. Moving on to our metal that we have this week is Lamb of God with their self-titled.
I thought it was a good album. I really didn't have any standouts off of it, but at the same time, there's no skippables.
No,
There's
at all.
there's not a single track on the album where it's like I could do without hearing this. Like, so
I think one of my favorites is actually Memento Mori, which I think is the second song they put out as a single. There's only 10 songs on it. It's a 45-minute album, but like, and it's Lamb of God. If you're a fan of who they are and you know the kind of material they put out, it's a straight up banger all the way through, from Memento Mori all the way to On the Hook. It's you really, if you skip one of these, it's kind of on you.
yeah.
But you know, the only thing I was really kind of disappointed with was the drum beats, only because a lot of it was very similar and kind of just one-dimensional in terms of just rolling. I feel like there could have been a little more variety throughout most of the songs, but other than that, I love this album.
Yeah, I never went to Lamb of God for drum beats.
True, they're more of guitar riff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like there could have been a little more variety with it.
Like, my favorite song by the band is Redneck. And I don't think the drums are all that complex in that song.
No, and you don't need complex drums, but like,
No.
when you have the same general pattern throughout an entire 10-song list, you kind of want some variety in there. For the most part,
Yeah.
a lot of them didn't have that, but that's okay. I just would have liked more.
Don't listen to any like electronic music then. Especially with like someone who specializes in like drum and bass or house music. Same drum pattern. Different noises.
And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was Make Them Suffer's new album, which was How to Survive a Funeral.
Okay.
How to Survive a Funeral. 10-track album. Technically, it's 9 because step 1, which is the beginning, is not actually a song. It's an intro. But it hits very hard towards the end of it. And then it kicks right into Falling Ashes. And Falling Ashes, I love the intro to that song. It is very brutal. It hits all the right spots, basically, when it's as an intro to an album. After that, we have Bones. What's funny is Bones got released like a month or so ago by accident, and then they quickly revoked it. It was up for like a couple hours, and I was able to hear it within the time it was up, because when I went back later to see it and to play it again because I wanted to hear it again, it wasn't available. So I was like, oh, I guess that was a mistake.
Oh, interesting.
But Bones is one of my favorite guitar riffs because it's very groovy and it's very bouncy. And I'll play it when we're done. I love the guitar riff in this song, and it's also just a very good song. After that one, we have Drown With Me. I absolutely love Drown With Me. This is one of the singles they put out. I love the breakdown that's towards the end of it. I love the low gutturals that the vocalist can produce for it, and it's just very visceral. Erase Me is after that. It's a little bit more laid back in terms of its intensity, but I enjoy all the lyrics for these songs. I enjoy all the instrumentals. Everything's just well put together. And then there's Soul Decay, which is after Erase Me. Erase Me and Soul Decay are also two more of the singles they put out for this. Soul Decay, I absolutely love. I love every song on this album for the most part. It's just it's metal, it's brutal, obviously, but there is emotion and symbolism behind everything they talk about. Fake Your Own Death, it's another good one. And then How to Survive a Funeral, the title track. Before I'll save that one for last. After that, we have The Attendant, and The Attendant is a mix of being laid back and the intensity of like what they have in Drown With Me. So it takes that brutal, hard-hitting guitar riff and drum hits, and then it also has the mixture of the more sort of eerie and melancholy, laid-back stuff that How to Survive a Funeral has. And then you have That's Just Life, which is more or less it's the closer of the album, and it's a fitting closer. I think one of my favorite songs, other than Bones and Drown With Me, is going to be How to Survive a Funeral. This song does not hit hard in a sense in like terms of brutality. It hits hard emotionally, and it hits hard with symbolism and its lyrics. And the instrumental behind the vocalist is some of my favorite that I've ever heard from a metal group who, even though this is not a metal-oriented song, there is the influence, obviously, but it's not, it's not a hard-hitting, brutal, intense track. It is more or less a laid-back thing, and it's like melancholy, and it's so good. This album is already one of my favorites, and I've had it on repeat for a little bit since it came out.
I love when you find a new album that you just put on repeat.
It's so much fun.
I love that shit.
I did it with Motionless in White when they released Disguise last year. I still love that album to this day. And then I have a song by Eskimo Callboy.
Eskimo what?
Eskimo Callboy.
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 Okay.
I played this yesterday for you guys. It's called Hypa Hypa. Spelled Hypa. It's a metal song. They're very metalcore, but they blend 80s like pop and electronic together, and then mix that with the metal. It's weird. Even the video's weird, but the video's great. It makes the song even better, in my opinion. But this song is so good because it starts off with that pop beat, and then it's like all of a sudden screaming and drum hits and with heavy ass guitar out of nowhere, and it bounces between them as they go through the song, and it's so good. And there's an electronic breakdown mixed with the guitar and the drums, and then there's a traditional metal breakdown, and that one's towards the end of the song, where one of the vocalists actually does a very deep guttural and then a pig squeal, and then it closes out. It's it's weird. I actually know who these guys are, but I've never heard anything by them until I listened to this yesterday, and I absolutely love it. It is it's so weird and so out there, but it's so fun to listen to. I also found out that Fozzy had a song with an electronic artist called Una Mas. That's what the song is called.
Who's the artist?
I am probably gonna butcher the hell out of it, but I think it's Reyce, spelled Reyceh.
That's good enough.
I probably butchered the hell out of it, but that is the song they did. I didn't listen to it all the way through, only because I didn't have time, and so I don't know where the influence that Fozzy had is. I think it might just be towards the end, but it's electronic pop in Spanish.
Okay.
It's not bad.
While we're talking about, unless you got something else fire off. Or?
Other than finding out that From Ashes to New is coming out with an album called Panic.
Okay.
In August, and they have a song called What I Get that they recently released, which is the second song on the album, along with the self-titled. But that came out a couple weeks ago, so it's not relevant at the moment. But other than that, I got nothing else.
Okay. I.O. and Lights. I highlighted a song by them called Run.
Run.
Last episode or the episode before?
I forget.
Well, they dropped another track called Drift Away.
Ooh.
Which actually caught me off guard. Because I'm like, oh, okay, it's someone off of Mousetrap, label owned by, I believe, Deadmau5. And
Wouldn't surprise me.
I believe it's owned by them because of the way it's spelled. I'd actually have to look into it. But yeah, it's a dope track, but it caught me really far off guard because I don't expect to hear things that are as internally aware when I listen to electronic music. The song is about ignoring internal issues and acting as if there's nothing wrong. They even reference drowning in Hennessy to...
That's a way to symbolize.
That's one way to do it.
But when you're listening to electronic music, you don't expect...
No, you don't expect for that kind of topic to be the centerpiece of the song.
Yes. Yeah, you don't expect ignoring mental health issues to be a part of the song.
No, not at all.
So that's why it really stood out to me.
And Mousetrap Records is owned by Dead Mouse.
Okay.
I did look that up.
There we go. Ron with the research on the spot.
But like I said, I don't have anything else.
Okay. What y'all been fucking with anything that's not relevant?
I've actually been listening to a lot of Five Finger Death Punch recently.
Okay.
Good old Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It could be very personal depending on how you look at it.
Yes.
Any albums in particular by them you've been fucking with, or just everything in general?
All of them.
Okay.
Every single Five Finger Death Punch album, they're all good.
Yeah, I think my favorite one is Got Your Six.
I love Got Your Six.
I love the I love Boy the Fist. It's the original one.
That's one of my favorites.
But I love Got Your Six. I love the title track alone. It's not long enough. It's a 2-minute 45-second song. It's not long enough. Sort of on that 2000s kick again.
Okay.
A little bit.
Like what year? 2000s. Or just all over 2000s?
It's kind of all over. Early 2000s.
Okay.
Because Depswa, I have one song by them called From the Inside. I know what the song is because of a motocross game I played as a kid. And it's just very nostalgic, and I love it.
Okay.
Hollywood Undead recently, because a friend of mine online had talked about it the other day. Talked about the song Bullet, which I happen to love.
That's off their most recent album, right?
No, that is off of American Tragedy, which is their sophomore.
Okay.
But he was talking about Bullet and then played it through the microphone while we were talking on Xbox. And I was like, damn, now I'm in the mood to listen to Hollywood Undead. So I did. Bullet, I think, is one of my favorite songs that they have. I love everything they do, but I think that's one of my absolute favorites because it's such a happy tone in terms of instrumental, and then you listen to the lyrics, where it's literally talking about contemplating and possibly committing suicide.
Pretty heavy topic.
Yeah.
But I love that. I love the song. I absolutely do. Because they do the one side of the person that wants to commit suicide. Talks about jumping off a building. You know, my legs are dangling off the edge. The bottom of the bottle is my only friend. I think I'll slit my wrist again and I'm gone, gone, gone. The opening verse is Charlie Scene, which is he's playing the role of the person wanting to jump off the building. It goes, and with the second verse, it's Johnny Three Tears, and he pretty much talks about, you know, the perspective of like everybody else that's affected by it. So it gives you the two sides of it. But that's still one of my favorites they do. But I specifically played Notes from the Underground, which is their junior album, which I absolutely love.
I've also been listening to a lot of Rise Against recently as well.
It's a good band.
Yeah.
I only know Savior.
Everyone knows Savior.
Everyone knows Savior. Even people who don't know who Rise Against is.
Knows that song.
Knows that song.
Everyone knows Savior.
Yeah, you can't be alive and not know what that song is.
I was also listening to Hunt the Dinosaur the other day when I was...
Hunt the Dinosaur?
They're a metalcore group, but the singer likes to rap while he screams.
Oh.
And he can goblin scream.
This sounds like something I want to listen to.
I know who these guys are because Ed has played a song that they have called "I Got a Little Bit of That,"
Our former co-host actually introduced me to that song.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
But then I went deeper down the rabbit hole because I actually kind of liked it, and I found a song called Destructo, which I love, which led me to the album Dankosaurus. I like it personally. It's that weird party metalcore that like Attila came up with, but these guys do it a little bit more extreme, in my opinion. And they also have a Valentine's Day oriented song that came out this year. A little bit of Ice Nine Kills. It's kind of about it that I've been heavily listening to for the most part.
yeah, I've been, back on like my Pusha T kick. Somehow Lil Uzi Vert found his way into the mix today, but it's been mainly like Pusha T and like Jay-Z early and mid 2000s style shit with a hint of Pusha's Daytona album. But
Actually been listening to Wage War a little bit more too.
okay.
I specifically like the Deadweight album, which is their second one, but Pressure, which is their 2019 release, I absolutely still love. Okay. No one can hear this, but we hear Mr. Softy. So that's interesting.
He's
Kinda want
coming
ice cream
to
now.
steal our soul.
I kind of want ice cream now.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Hold on. As it gets closer, I'm worried we might have to pause due to copyright.
I don't think we'll have the problem.
Maybe.
All right.
But,
Actually, there's a way to.
But
Play your own music, then suddenly you have the copyright.
Yes.
But yeah, no, the Pressure album I absolutely love. I think one of my favorite songs is Grave.
Okay.
Other than the whole thing I love, but like Grave wasn't a single they released. It came out when it came out. But the lyric in it, pretty much the opening lyric is "You're still the person that I remember." What are you doing? The opening line is you're still the person that I remember. And he's pretty much talking about like the person he's referring to is still pretty much a piece of shit and they're toxic. So I like this one because I know a guy online that's pretty much like this. This is like the song that I use now for him. Basically, I don't talk to him anymore, but it's basically this song pretty much like describes him in a sense. But I mean, the breakdowns. It's if anybody listens to Wage War, you know how their breakdowns go. You know how their grooves go. It's pretty much that. But I love it.
This is gonna be very weird for anyone listening. It looks like they're trying to end the episode like 3 times.
Right?
Well, we did specify that we're doing it to try to keep ourselves from getting copyright strike because
Yeah.
noises
Other
outside
noises. Yeah, I mean, I just
that you can hear a portion of because I turned my mic off.
yep.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
that's pretty much all I've been going. There a little bit of Post Malone.
All right.
Oh, another album I've actually been listening to a lot recently is the Dan Avidan and Super
Oh
Guitar
yeah, they
Brothers.
came up with that.
I've been listening to that nonstop. They've done what, 13 tracks? Was it
I don't know how many.
something like that? They did a bunch of different covers of 80 songs, 90 songs, and whatnot. Just all beautiful, soothing guitar covers with Dan's voice going along with it.
You like soothing music, don't you?
He does.
It's nice.
Okay.
I especially like it when Dan harmonizes with himself.
Yeah.
That's especially great.
Normally my go-to. There's a station on Spotify called Coffee Table Jazz. Like that's my go-to for relaxing music. But yeah.
All right.
Got any news?
I haven't seen any.
Okay.
Doesn't mean there isn't any. I just haven't seen any.
Doesn't seem to be much going on right now with the current situation.
No, this is true.
So something happened today. Watch, I don't know if it happened exactly today. But there's a show I watch on YouTube. And they were talking about how Eminem came out and apologized for something he said on a verse that was never actually put out.
Oh, do you
he-
know what for?
He dissed Revolt, and I believe he went after Joe Budden as well, who does a show on Revolt. But whatever it was, he recorded the verse. It's for a song featuring Kanye West. My internet's acting up, so I can't really
I
look it
assume
up.
it's a new one that's coming out though.
Nah.
No?
It's a previously put out track. The verse got deleted off the track. Somebody hacked some system that the either West label or M's label uses. Somebody hacked the system and actually released the verse.
Oh,
And yeah, so he actually came out and apologized for that verse.
interesting.
But
Not like Eminem to apologize for something.
no.
It's weird.
I've heard him say awful shit
Yes.
about a lot of people. So to apologize, it's really weird. It's not his style. I know who was it? Kelly Clarkson opened up about her struggles with depression. It's always good, when a celebrity is willing to open up about that. Let people know who do struggle with depression, anxiety, and things of that nature that, they're not alone. I remember I felt good when Joe Budden and Charlamagne the God, two people who I listened to on the regular, opened up about it. And it made me feel like I'm not alone. Because I do suffer from depression and anxiety. But, off of me, anybody else got news?
No, but I looked more into that Eminem thing,
Okay.
and it was off of a song called "Bang"
Yes.
that Conway the Machine released back last year, actually,
Yeah.
2019. And when Diddy from Revolt TV came out and said that the rapper that Eminem was an unnecessary distraction, he just flat out apologized for it.
Yeah.
Which is just, it was shocking but necessary apparently.
Yeah. It's
And-
really weird because Revolt put out just a black picture with white lettering that said "fuck Eminem."
Fair.
Like, I'm like, since when do when do media groups actually go after people?
Right.
Like,
And of all people to go after.
yeah, like normally media groups sit there and they'll put up a sign that says we do not
We don't condone so and so or this
Yeah.
thing.
yeah, we don't, yeah, they say something very politically correct. They
Yeah.
don't just flat out say go fuck yourself.
I mean,
Like,
this is Diddy we're talking about.
Yes, but I know, what is it, like a Complex before Everyday Struggle, they'll have a little sign saying that the views and opinions expressed on the show aren't necessarily the views and opinions of the company,
Right.
which is something we should definitely do, because
Yes.
I don't think FBA is okay with half the shit that we say. But
I think if no one else has any other news to share, we can move on.
we can move on to albums.
Sure.
Okay.
Upcoming releases.
I got a list. Get ready.
I have a list
Oh.
as well.
Okay. Introspection EP is being dropped by UMI. June 21st.
Introspection?
Introspection.
Why
That
does
is,
it sound familiar to me?
don't know. But that is all that is dropping Friday, according to Hip Hop DX.
Oh, okay.
But,
You want to go next, Ron?
sure, because I got a long list. Ahab is coming out with Live Prey on the 26th of June. We have Bell Witch and Aerial Ruin with Stygian Bow Volume 1. Pretty sure I butchered the hell out of that. Falconer with From a Dying Ember. And then, this is German. I'm going to let Bruce read that one.
Which one am I reading?
Under Falconer.
Under Falconer.
Pretty sure it's German. I'm not attempting that.
Vierschwanz, das elfte Gebot.
Okay, that's coming out as well.
Napalm.
It's coming up under Napalm Records. Gray Days, which again is Chester Bennington before Linkin Park. They're coming out with a men's, which I'm very excited to listen to the whole thing of. Long Distance Calling is coming out with How Do We Want to Live. Mantar is coming out with Grudgetown Hooligans 2. It's an interesting album title. Mike Lippon's Silent Assassins, Horror of Babylon.
Okay.
Yep. Piran is coming out with Abscess Time. Void Ceremony, Entropic Reflections, Continuum, Dimensional Unravel. That's a mouthful. And then We Know, I believe it's pronounced We Know. Could be butchering that one too, with
You
Forever
are.
Gone. I am?
I don't know.
Okay. But they're coming out with Forever Gone. That's all I got coming out this on 26th.
I realized I fucked up.
Yeah?
Today's the 25th.
Yes.
That
It
album I
is.
mentioned came out the 21st.
Oof.
And there's a
Oh.
whole list of shit coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
The
Oh, look at
26th,
that.
which is when this airs.
Please rectify your mistake.
No problem. CeeLo Green
What?
is Thomas Calloway. That's the name of the album by CeeLo Green.
CeeLo Green is coming out with some new music. Okay.
Don Dada is the name of the album that's being dropped by Youngeen Ace. IDK and Friends 2 is being dropped by IDK. Everything's Strange Here is being dropped by G-Eazy.
I like that album title.
Yes, I do. It's really fitting for the times.
Yes.
Yes. New Mania is being dropped by 88 Glam.
Okay.
Just Cause Y'all Wanted It 2 is being dropped by Lil Durk.
Oh. I know somebody who likes Little Dirk.
Okay. So apparently he wanted it,
Apparently.
because I know I did not. No shade. Just making jokes. Pain is Temporary by Bankroll Hayden. The Charlie EP is being dropped by Max B. I think this is the second time I read that, so I guess it got postponed again. Or postponed to... It might be getting released, might not. Who knows? Exodus by Brian McKnight. Feet of Clay Deluxe Edition is being dropped by Earl's Sweatshirt.
Oh.
And
That's an interesting name.
you've never heard of Earl's Sweatshirt?
I have not.
No.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Odd Future?
No.
That sounds familiar.
Goth Gang.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
We're disappointing Ed right now.
All the suburban Caucasians I went to school with fucked with these motherfuckers, including me. Anyway.
You do realize we're younger.
And
As
we're
well.
metalheads.
Yeah. I didn't grow up on hip hop.
Sorry to hear it. Anyway. Six Pack. Hot. Is being dropped by Black. So that's probably gonna be the best album of the week. My opinion. All y'all albums suck.
Okay.
What you got for albums?
Got a few, I guess. So, Second Phase is dropping Simulator.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
We've got Bass Nectar is dropping All Colors.
Bass Nectar.
Whoa.
That's
That's an
That's
interesting
a good
artist name.
That's a name from the past. Holy shit.
Ben Murphy is dropping 90s Funk.
Ooh.
Okay.
We've got Carbon is dropping Controlling Your Mind.
Okay. Why does it sound like Conspiracy Theory Central?
I don't know, you tell me.
We'll probably talk about it on the other podcast.
Crossover.
DJ Laura is dropping Imagination.
Imagination.
Honey and Badger is dropping Grand Place 4.
Ha 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 ha.
What?
I know.
See what they did there.
What
Yes.
did it do there?
Honey and Badger.
Okay.
Casper is dropping Eclipse.
Ooh.
Lil Texas is dropping Tex Core Volume 3.
Oh, that's... Okay.
You might actually like that one, Ed. We'll see. I'm gonna send that one to you.
All right. Interesting.
We got. Let's see. Ray Mono is dropping What It Is.
What if it is what it isn't?
Well, then we got something on our hands.
Okay.
Stereotype.
Was that a?
What?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Was that a reference to another song?
That was yes.
Okay. I thought it was. I wanted to make sure.
Stereotype is dropping Nowhere.
Ooh. I know what Stereotype is.
Wyatt Marshall is dropping Mind Control. I feel like my mind's being controlled by at least.
That's controlling your mind and mind control. We may have something.
Things are going on. Things are going on.
Things are happening.
And then finally for my list, I got Zendlo is dropping Flow.
Okay. Stereotype I'm actually curious about because I've heard of Stereotype before.
I'm sure you're obsessed with stereotypes.
No.
Okay.
Says the Caucasian who likes to talk shit.
It's what I'm good at.
Don't knock him.
Yeah, don't knock me. So,
I think that unless you have something to throw in the junk crate.
I do not. I kind of fired off what I'd normally throw in the junk crate.
Okay.
So
I think that about wraps us up.
I think it does.
all right.
Thank you guys again for joining us for episode 8 of the Music Shack podcast. We will again be back next week as always. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell button for notifications for when these go live every week. Please. Helps us out. Helps the algorithm. And we also have another podcast called Ish Talkers Anonymous, where we just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
We're doing that every week now as well. So if that's something else you'd be interested in, please, by all means.
Yeah. New episodes up. Got launched today at noon. So, you know.
Day of recording this is the 25th.
Yeah. So it's already up by the time you hear it. What was I gonna say? We got into some shit.
We did.
Went down some rather strange wormholes involving vampires and lizard people.
It's a good episode.
So.
I recommend go listening to it.
Yeah.
It's a good one. A lot of inside jokes can come out of it.
But yeah, this does conclude our weekly podcast. We'll be back next week with more songs and albums to talk about. Till then, happy Pride Month. Player, one love. Have a great week. Stay safe. Mosh and rave responsibly. And enjoy the noise.